Good morning. We're in a little bit of a cat showdown here. There's Shizuma there, who wants to go out the door without being chased. And there's Tilda there, just acting all like, I'm not doing anything, I'm just lying here. But really, if Shizuma tries to walk past, Tilda will jump up and try and chase her. Honestly, she looks like butter wouldn't melt. It's because the butter turns into evil. Yeah, you. Anyway. So, good morning, Papa. It's coffee time. It's a good coffee, isn't it, Shizuma? I'm not giving Tilda the satisfaction of watching her right now. She is just eyes on Shizuma. Tilda. Anyways, thing is, sometimes, right, I've woken up before and they've been sat next to each other, like on my bed, reasonably happy, you know, like just chilling. But when Tilda gets in that, like, I'm gonna chase things mood, like, she's a twat. She's an absolute twat. Anyways, how was your weekend? My weekend was lovely and partially hungover. So yeah, went out on Saturday night with the girls from school. You'll see what I wore in my Instagram photos, but also in my try-on video that will be out tomorrow. So you will see the whole shebang, including the Vivienne Westwoods. So yeah, look out for that tomorrow. And yeah, had a lovely night out. We went to a tapas place called La Cucina. Well, first of all, I met a few people in the pub over the road in the Irish bar that I'd never been into before and probably wouldn't go again. If there was about a quarter of the people in there, it probably would have been okay, but it was busy. Obviously, it's run up to Christmas. People were having their Christmas jumper days, you know, and things like that. And there was a band with a fiddler on. That's the universal sign for fiddling. No. And like that, like the band was, I could deal with, but the amount of people and stuff, not quite so much. Anyway, so met a few people in there and then went out to dinner, and dinner was nice. It was good. It was tapas, so it was just like, you know, pick up the bits that you want, which is perfect for me because, you know, it was just nice. It was nice. And I had a few cocktails in there, and we did Secret Santa. I'll show you what I got in the Secret Santa. It's from my mate Rian, who likes to make things, boozy things. So I was like, yoink, having that. So that was cool. And then went on to a place afterwards, and if I thought the Irish bar was bad because it was full of people, then the next place we went to just made me want to cry. Band on in there as well, which was the band that played at my mate Fiona's wedding. So obviously they wanted to stay and, you know, listen to that. But me and a few others were like, I can't cope with Stereophonics covers. So, and the amount of people as well. And not being able to chat to your friends that you haven't seen for a long time, and, you know, with some of them, it's like, I'd actually like to. Anyways, so some of us went to another place where it was a lot more chilled, and we had some espresso martinis, which on reflection was probably a silly idea to end the night on espresso martinis, because then I was awake until about 3 o'clock in the morning going, but that was, anyway. And then the next day I did feel a little bit delicate, as if you were in my Whatnot show, you might have noticed just me going like, can everybody please type a bit quieter? My brain hurts. But by the end of the show, I did feel a bit better. I think I just needed to use my brain in a different way rather than just feeling sorry for myself. So, yeah, nice Whatnot show as well. It was a mystery and bagging. There was some pretty bits in there. That's a nice, very dainty little, well, appeared to be gold at first, but no, I think it didn't test for gold. It was probably a roll gold, but it had like little coral, like droplets on it that was very pretty, and a nice like pearl vermeil one, which was nice. And then some huge chunky monsters and stuff, which are also very cool. And then even the bracelet that first came out was really pretty. Yeah, so if you want to go and watch the replay of that as well, because it's just like doing mystery and bagging, except all the stuff is already sold now. But you can go back and watch the live of that, the live stream. Yeah, and then, so my mum made like slow cooked beef in the slow cooker. Like, you know, you make like a gravy, like a bouillon with herbs and some carrots and stuff in it. And then did it like pulled beef. And apparently it's the first time she'd ever made it. And I'm like, dear God, how do you do? She's a wizard. A wizard, I swear. It was beautiful, but I couldn't handle like the whole roast dinner thing, you know, roasties and everything. So I just had mine in a low carb bap with some mustard, and then I dipped it in the gravy. Dear God. You know, you see these food influencers, you know, like that. Is his name Tom or Tad or something, that's got like a pop-up on Portobello Road at the moment that's kind of getting a bit slated, but anyway. And he does all these videos where he has like a big, you know, beefy sandwich, and he dips it in all the gravy, and then it goes all over his face and stuff. Well, I didn't do that bit, but I did do the dipping in the gravy, and I was like, oh, this is delicious. So I had one before the show, and then I had another one afterwards. I was like, I'm not hungry, but it just tastes so good. Oh, yeah, so that was absolutely banging. So just look for a recipe for like slow cooker pulled beef. I'm sure there'll be like loads of them out there. I think the herbs that she uses, like, so it was just, you know, you use like stock cube, the pot things. She used that and some water, bay leaf, rosemary, some carrots, and I think some shallots, and just let that like cook all day and stuff. Just beautiful. Yeah, like I'd happy eat that again today. I might do that, but we have to have some for tea, so I can't have any for lunch. Just a little bit. Yeah, see, my mouth's watering now just thinking about it. It's so good. I had a semi-plan today of going to My Steg to make a donation to My Steg Animal Welfare, but Mum put the Christmas tree up yesterday but didn't decorate it, so I think we might do that instead. That's Christmassy content, isn't it? And I also want to tidy up in here and in my bedroom, because the bin is overflowing there. I've got to do the cat litter, I've got to put a wash on and stuff, and I've got to like hang things up and put things away. So I'll probably actually just do that. And also I remembered that I think on Saturday they're having like a foodie and craft market thing in town, like in My Steg town. So I might go then, 2 birds, 1 stone, innit? Make a donation then, and maybe pick up some like tasty craft things, you know, which is always lovely. So that might be the plan. Anyways, I have got 5 Etsy orders and 8 eBay orders going out. So I am going to watch some Caleb Hammer financial audit. Quite like watching that. He seems to be a bit like rude and stuff, but it's like hyped, and the people on it know that he's going to be rude and tear them a new one. But it is quite interesting, even though he's an American talking to Americans about their finances. It is quite good to like, and to listen to his advice, because his advice comes from a place of like, when I was in my 20s, I got myself into a heck load of debt and got myself out of it. And then these are the things that people need to hear to, you know, get their finances sorted and stuff. So give it a watch if you haven't already, and if you're, you know, curious about how to maybe help your own finances and stuff. That yeah, there's some good advice in there, and it's also quite funny sometimes. Anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna watch that and go and grab my orders and drink my coffee and take my vitamins. Okay, so this is what is going out today. Sold at auction is my old broken zebra printer, which is in here. I'm sending it out in the box that I got my new printer in. Yeah, it sold for £51. I do hope they realise I have made it very clear that it is broken. It's the title, it's the third word in the title, and then the last words are for spares and repairs only. So, and I said in there, don't just magically, you know, don't just plug it in and think that it's magically going to start working for you. But hopefully it's going to someone that knows how to, you know, fix these things. So fingers crossed. Anyway, that sold for £51 at auction. Also sold 2 kilograms of costume jewellery, went for £19.99. For £10.19, this is by Miracle, isn't it? Yep, is this Thai goddess brooch. There's a few brooches going out today. This vintage painted parrot brooch, that went for £11.99. A chunky stainless steel chain bracelet, £7.50. 3 lots of brooches, went for £31.27. Go to Jess. Hi Jess. So 3 lots. There's 10 brooches in each pack. That's all the brooch job lots gone. I think I've got some 2 kilogram lots, a broken lot, a kids lot, some European charms, and vintage buckles. And that's it. A copper leaf brooch, £11.99, and then a crisscross black enamel link necklace, £11.99. And then over on Etsy, a bunch of nice sales over there. This vintage 835 Danish silver pillbox with beautiful, look how lovely that is. Isn't that nice? That's going to Germany, and that sold for £49.99. That's actually a steal on that. That's a good price. Going also to Germany is a little St. Christopher's medal on a nice box chain. That sold for, God, £17.99. Bargain. Oh, I didn't get that one. There's a bangle that I didn't get. Bangle that I bought in Paris. A little chevron thin bangle. That sold for £49.99. It's Murat. It's like 1930s, 1940s, gold filled. Also was this ethnic beaded lapis lazuli and sterling silver necklace. That went for £59.99, I think, but I think I gave them 10% discount as well. And then this one sold for £29.99, and it's something I bought in Paris again, and it is this really pretty cloisonne enamel necklace with matching earrings. Beautiful. That was from my 3rd Paris trip. So I'm going to package all of these up now and get the other one. And then Mum's gone out, so I guess we're not decorating the tree just yet. She wants to go and complain about some margarine that is all separated and it's gone really rancid. Yeah. Anyways, fascinating stuff, I know. Yeah, package this stuff up back in a bit. Hello, it's a couple of hours later. I've been tidying and stuff. So I've tidied my bedroom. I've vacuumed and everything. I've done my office. I've done the rubbish. I've done the litter trays. I've also done down here in the kitchen. And I've made a pile of Christmas presents that I've got to wrap up and things. So, feeling more organised. Speaking of presents, this is what I got in Secret Santa. So, like I said, my mate Rian got these. So, first off, this Spargo's Chili Jam Limited. So, it's all different heats of jam. They sound lush. Scotch and pineapple, Naga and cherry, super hot and mango. So they sound banging. There's this, which is like a little bottle stop, but it's like a little duck's bum. I think that's amazing. And then there's this, which is some kind of homemade wine. Dare I try it? A bit of hair of the dog, in a way. I think I might have to. This is what my mate made herself. She says it's nice but a little bit dangerous, as most homemade things are. It smells like my mum's homemade wine that she used to make, which was nuclear, like, yeah. Oh, that'll put hairs on your chest. Whew. Vinagre. Oh my word. Maybe a bit of lemonade with that. Anyways, I'm gonna find myself some lunch now. Lunch today, some leftover homemade chicken and spinach curry with a low carb wrap. Lush. Yeah, I'll have a cup of coffee, Mum. But Mum, why can't I decorate the tree today?
You can decorate the tree today.
But you just said I can't because it's wonky.
Oh, after it's dewonked.
How do you plan on doing that then? I don't think... Okay, it's leaned slightly to one side.
It's only because it's propped up by the window.
I think it's part of its charm.
Not when it falls over every time I try and do anything with it. No, honestly.
You just carefully balance the baubles either side and counterweight it.
No, I'll just put a stick up it.
That's what you do with everything that's a problem in life.
Well, it's got, you know, it's hollow,
Uh-huh.
the thing. So if I get a cane from outside and put a cane so that it's more
Okay.
stable.
So we can...
Because it pivots on its... Pivots on its joint.
Okay.
And the joint is the joint that slips over, you know, one section slips over another, is only like that. Well, on a basic physics.
Physics, Christmas trees and physics.
Mm.
So we can decorate it today.
Yes.
And Mum's bought some new lights. That's going to be nice. Okay, from this angle it is wonky. Yeah.
About a 5-degree lean.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Time now for afternoon kitty cuddles. Have you been good? Have you chased Shizuma? No. Good girl. Look at that face. What's that face doing? It's time to do the tree! I'm already sick of doing the tree, Mum. Well, I got a bit sick of doing the tree, so I left Mum to it. Instead, I have bagged up some stuff to definitely go to charity shop. I might do that tomorrow. And meanwhile, that's what Mum's done. Yay! It looks lovely, Mum. Well done. That does look very nice. Yay. Time to make tea now. I'm just doing like a sort of bubble and squeak from yesterday's leftover veg. Bit more broccoli. In there we've got some roasties and some butternut squash. And then that is the beef from yesterday that I'm just going to warm up for a bit. Oh yeah, that's banging. Well, that was a banging dinner. Absolutely lush. I have got one eBay sale going out this afternoon, and that is 3 2-kilogram job lots of costume jewellery. So they've gone. they've gone. Bought on the 3 for 2, so $39.98 for those, and they will be picked up tomorrow. Go to Sonia. Hey Sonia, you're gonna have fun with them. So that is it from me for today. Tomorrow I am going to go and take stuff to the charity shop, but you will have a video of my try-ons and stuff, so enjoy. Yep, I shall see you later on in the week. Bye bye now. Bye bye.